Once routine restaurant dining has puzzled hungry customers who live in the city COVID age. Is my server vaccinated? What about the cooks? Did the busboy just sneeze? Alternatively, we can completely eliminate human contact by finding fresh produce in the wild. One must be extremely careful. However, eating the wrong plants could lead to a trip to the emergency room or even a date with the Grim Reaper. In this video, we will share 7 deadly dinners when plants kill. Number 7. Belladonna. His name means beautiful woman in Italian. However, don't be fooled. This lady is a killer camouflaged and commonly known by a more apt nickname, deadly nightshade. Belladonna is a highly poisonous perennial herb of the nightshade family with bell-shaped purple flowers and shiny blackberries. The shrub is native to Europe, North Africa, and West Asia, and is found in forest areas as well as along paths and river banks. The root of the plant is generally the most toxic part and contains tropin alkaloids, which cause paralysis of the body's involuntary muscles, including the heart. Belladonna also has a celebrated history of use as a medicine, cosmetic, and poison. For example, during the Renaissance, women used the juice of the berries in eye drops to dilate the pupils to make the eyes look more seductive. In ancient Rome, the extract was widely used as a poisonous elixir and allegedly used by the Roman Empress Livia Drusilla to husband Augustus. Number 6. Elderberries. This seemingly harmless dart fruit is full of vitamins and antioxidants and can be found in various products such as jams, wine, and remedies. Hippocrates called the father of medicine elder his medicine box. Nonetheless, eating uncooked or unripe berries can make you feel much worse, leading to severe diarrhea, seizures, and even death. The most common species of this deciduous shrub is the black elder Sambucus nigra. The tree, which is up to 9 meters high, is native to Europe, but is also grown in other regions of the world. In addition to producing the dark berries, the elder also produces small white or cream-colored flowers known as elderflower. Unfortunately, the black elderberry seeds, stems, leaves, and roots contain potentially lethal amounts of producing cyanide glycoside. In extreme cases, the poison prevents cells in the body from using oxygen, thereby shutting down the victim's key organs. Number 5. Giant hogweed. History Channel's hit reality TV show, Alone, features contestants surviving in the wild alone to win $500,000. It's set to be challenging to starve the competition while avoiding being eaten by even hungrier bears. While filming Season 8, one of the cast contracted food poisoning after ingesting cow parsnips, an edible but poisonous plant if not properly cooked. The foliage is also easily mistaken for a much more dangerous plant, giant hogweed. Just touching this weed hair Acalum mantigagianum can lead to phytophotodermatitis, which is a serious skin inflammation. The juice that covers a herbaceous flowering plant contains toxic chemicals known as photosensitizing furanocoumarins, which react with light when in contact with human skin. Painful blistering typically occurs within 48 hours, and if juice gets into a person's eye, the reaction can lead to blindness. The invasive species has become a serious problem across North America as it continues to spread to rural and urban areas. Contact with the plant's watery sap should be avoided unless you are wearing protective clothing, goggles, and rubber gloves. Number 4. Hemlock. Famous though doubtful, chosen by Socrates side of the road. Other names include devil flower, scabbed hands, and breaking your mother's heart. Its taxonomic name is derived from the Greek word kones, which means vertigo or vortex and represents the symptoms of a hemlock. The deadly compound is conchin, which blocks the neuromuscular junction and causes asphyxiation. Survival requires a ventilator. According to the legend, this harmless-looking shrub, a member of the carrot family, did not become poisonous until the crucifixion of Christ, cursed by contact with his blood. However, its appearance remained unchanged, and it often is confused with doppelgangers, such as wild carrots, parsley, and cumin. The key to eating is to crush and smell the leaves. If they smell like mouse urine and parsnips and you still feel like eating them, stop. By the way, they owe their name to the similarly smelling leaves of the hemlock tree, which have nothing to do with each other. Another hemlock to look out for is Conium maculatum, or hemlock water droplet. It is common near streams and has the leaves of the carrot family, a pungent celery smell, and bulbous, poisonous roots known as the dead man's fingers. Uprooted by storms, it is the latter that often kill dogs. Both were used for execution, especially in Sardinia. Its tightening effect on the facial muscles, which it pulls into a sinister grimace, is the origin of the sentence sardonic from Sardinian smile. Number 3. Yew tree. The yew tree has long been a symbol of death. That ancient Greeks associated it with Hades, the Furies, and Hecate, the goddess of necromancy, witchcraft, and spirits. For the ancient Druids, it symbolized immortality, which is perhaps why it is so common in English churchyards, many of which were built on pagan sites. An ancient legend has it that the tree soaked up gases, or the will-o'-the-wisps from corpses underground to make poison. As a symbol of eternal life and numinous power, the yew is the wood of choice for magic wands and royal wands like the staff in the Highlands. Ironically, however, even dealing with it can be fatal eventually. Medieval longbow makers are said to have been poisoned in this way. Symptoms of yew poisoning include cramps, difficulty breathing, and especially a sufficiently severe heart failure kill a moose. When consumed, the poison works so quickly that animals killed in this way are often found with half-chewed leaves in their mouths. That it can wipe out entire herds may be another reason it's common in cemeteries. To keep it from hungry cattle, though they usually know to avoid it. Why do people still eat it? According to the manufacturer, yew berry tart is the vegetable equivalent of fugue. While leaves, bark, wood, and seeds are poisonous, surprisingly, the berries are not. Indeed, they are pretty tasty, but using it in the kitchen is risky. Only the meat or the aril is edible. The seed inside contains the highest concentration of the deadly taxon B of the tree. BTW, if you ever feel nauseous browsing an English cemetery, atropine could take the edge off. If you follow the yew tree with a deadly nightshade, you may feel just good enough to dig your own grave. Number 2. Wolf Trail. Despite the name, wolf's bane kills indiscriminately. It was supposedly used to poison arrows to kill wolves, hence the taxonomic name akinete, derived from the Greek word for arrow. But the Anglo-Saxons only knew it as sink like any other highly toxic plant. Eating wolf's bane causes numbness in the mouth, nausea, vomiting, a weak pulse, difficulty breathing, and the feeling that things are creeping up on the skin. The poison at work is akinete. Made by Hecate from Cerberus hellish foam, it keeps best in the kitchen. Although it can easily be mistaken for horseradish, it hardly needs the disguise. Asian communities devour the roots for their supposed medicinal benefits. The president of Kyrgyzstan even recommended wolf's curse as a cure for the 19th of June 19 and hospitalized 4 of his constituents. Historically, it was one of the poisons most feared by the fear of death Pope Clement VII. In 1524, he was approached by a surgeon with a general antidote to poison, which he tested with aconitine. After feeding 2 prisoners with wolf curse marzipan cake, he gave the cure to one prisoner, and it worked. He let the other die in agony. The paranoid pontiff was rightly later killed with death caps. Number 1. Death caps. Death cap mushrooms in Catalangua was said to be Voltaire, the court that changed the future of Europe. In 1740, Emperor Charles IV, besieged by political intrigues, financial crises, and on this fateful day the common cold demanded his favorite food. Most of the time he missed the toadstools that make their way into inadvertently. He got sick within hours and could not be helped. The following month he was dead. But the Kaiser was apparently special, as death caps tend to work faster. Symptoms such as dizziness, chills, and nausea do not appear until the liver is critically weakened 1–2 hours after ingestion. At this point it is often too late. Although later symptoms such as vomiting and diarrhea subside and patients may feel better, both the liver and kidneys fail within days. A minute in is to blame for this, of which in half a cap is enough to kill a human. Unfortunately, no antidote is known either. With his delayed but almost certain death prognosis, it has been used in assassinations for millennia. This was the fate of Emperor Claudius in AD 54 through his wife Agrippina, who paved the way for their son Nero to replace him. There's another reason it's such a good weapon. According to many fatalities, the mushroom itself is delicious. Not only would an emperor's taster not die immediately, He would also warmly recommend the dish. Thank you for watching. If there is any tips you think it should be in this list, but it's not, leave a comment and let us know. We hope this video was helpful for you. Support us by liking this video and share it with your friends.